All right, everybody. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Hope you guys are doing well. And this video I was planning on making and posting yesterday, but by the time I was actually able to be in a position to make it and post it, it was already pretty late. And then I thought to myself, I don't really have a video to post for today. So back yesterday, the next day. So I decided, you know what, at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and record and upload the video Saturday. So now we're here. Now the video is getting posted. So first time this off season where I split a rookie deep dive across multiple days. But again, I just kind of figured it's not like I have anything else to talk about right now. Right? Like we had the first couple of OTAs wrapping up, the first week of OTAs, I guess, wrapped up yesterday, but we haven't really learned anything yet. We've got an article on Seahawks.com talking about how, the defense is really excited because there's so much continuity from last year, but the offense has to relearn everything because it's a brand new offense and we have new players and the stuff you would expect. So there's not a lot to get into there yet. So we're just going to go ahead and do the second part of our rookie deep dive into Jared Ivey. And that'll be that. I don't think there are any other rookies worth looking at right now. Maybe down the line, we'll learn that somebody looks really good and is actually looking like he's going to earn a roster spot or maybe a practice squad spot. Maybe then we'll reevaluate. But for the moment, I'm just going to leave it at this. So I'm going to get this video up, and that'll be it for the rookie class. Tomorrow's a new month. It's going to be one of the slow months. We are going to have some stuff happen, but for the most part, June is going to be, we're just waiting for stuff. And maybe we'll sign a corner. Maybe we'll get a nose tackle somehow. I'll be here to talk about whatever does happen, but don't expect it to be a lot. Anyway. This video is part 2 of our rookie deep dive into Jared Ivey. And if you didn't see the first video, it was uploaded on this channel yesterday. Go watch it. We went into Jared Ivey by the numbers. Now we're going to go into Jared Ivey by the traits. What does he do? What does he not do? What does he need to get better at? What is he probably never going to be good at? What does he bring to the table that's really exciting? All that stuff. So we've got the pros, we got the cons. And then we're going to go through that, and then that'll be that. Please like this video. Click the thumbs up if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. Click the bell for notifications. Become a channel member for $2 a month. Those are the best ways to support the channel. So let's talk a little bit about Jared Ivey, starting with the pros. I like how he really launches himself into contact off the snap. He hits with a lot of force when he's coming off the ball. So there's a lot of knockback power in his initial contact. I like the way he uses his hands. I like the way he uses his punches. It's something that he does to offset some of his weaknesses as a player. He's skilled using his hands, and his punches are effective in kind of initially taking control of the rep. Surprisingly, and I say surprisingly because this is not a particularly good athlete, there's general consensus that he has a 40 time of around 5.1. And I've even seen some 5.2. So this is not a quick guy. This is not a fast guy, but he's pretty effective at shooting gaps. He quickly slides through contact. He finds a way to just kind of slide through. And it works. It works pretty well. And he actually has some good results shooting gaps into a backfield. And that's where a lot of his plays come from. Makes the most of his arm length to keep blockers occupied and off of him. He is about average in the arm length department, 33 and a half. 33 and a half inches is bang average for an edge rusher over the last 26 years. But he does a good job keeping blockers occupied and off him with it. Does a good job keeping them extended all the way out. And it's really hard to get a clean block on him because he does use that length so well. Probably his best asset, and probably the thing that is most important for his NFL success, is right here. He's really good at sliding inside on passing downs and utilizing his skill set to beat guards, to collapse the pocket and get pressure. So That's going to be very important for him to be able to do in the NFL. It may end up being the main thing that he does because this is not a particularly good athlete for an edge rusher. He may end up becoming a full-time 3-tech. And if that's the case, well, number one, he doesn't really have a lot of room on this roster. I don't think he's going to be able to make this team because we have too many 3-techs anyway. But I think this offsets his lackluster speed and agility and quickness. So I look for him to slide inside unless he wants to slim down a lot. Surprisingly effective as a weak side chase down run defender. He's got good range and he's got good pursuit. He doesn't give up. He chases the play down and he brings a lot of those runs down in situations where you would expect he would be out of the play. Does have some pretty nice pass rush tools and moves he can bust out to win with. It's not a stellar package, but it's a pretty good one. His lateral agility allows him to move along the line quickly and get to the spot that he needs to get to. So he does have that ability to cover a lot of ground. He has that ability to shuffle so he can get to his gap, so he can get to where the play is going. So even though he's not a great athlete, some of these movement skills are pretty good. He did have some success running twists and stunts in Ole Miss's defensive scheme. So I look for him to be able to do that in the NFL as well. Twists and stunts, definitely going to be a big part of what he does because he isn't the most naturally quick edge rusher. He's a good tackler. Other than that 1 year, and we went over this in yesterday's video, he has a very good track record of not missing tackles. Very rare does he miss a tackle. He offers a good deal of versatility that should allow him to find success on some level. He's done plenty. We went over this yesterday again. He's mostly played outside the tackle in his career, but he's also done over the tackle in like a 4-eye roll. He's done a little bit of 3-tech, and he's been workable at all of it. So I think he can find some place to succeed here. I imagine that he'll be able to do something at the NFL level. Uses his length well when shedding blockers and sifting through traffic. Has some good like arm over moves and up and under moves to get off of blockers. He has some pop in his speed to power. He gets knocked back and collapses the pocket well when he converts his speed to power. So always a valuable asset and definitely something that he's going to want to make a lot of use of because he isn't exactly the fastest guy in the world. He's not going to beat a lot of people with his pure speed. But if he can convert speed to power, you're talking. He has a good understanding of how to maintain lane integrity against the run. He's not somebody who's going to be abandoning his assignment. He's not somebody who's going to be giving up on whatever it is he's supposed to be doing. And I think just generally speaking, he's smart. He thinks about things. He thinks about the play as it's developing, thinks about what he's looking at in front of him. And I think that generally speaking, he's a smart football player. So good list of pros here. I will admit that some of this stuff is probably negated by him being so slow. It's hard to imagine him succeeding as an NFL edge rusher. But I do think that some of this stuff will find a way to be meaningful at the next level. Maybe not with the Seahawks, because we're crowded at 3-tech anyway, but somewhere. All right, now we got some cons, and there are some issues with this player. Not a ton, but some of the ones that exist are very, very big. He's not quick off the snap. He hits with a lot of force, but he's not out of his stance that quickly, which limits his initial ability to get pressure. So there's not a lot going on there that you like. His actual rush in terms of the process is telegraphed and awkward. So even though he's got a decent rush package, he doesn't always get home with it. And it's not the hardest thing in the world to stay in front of. He doesn't possess enough strength to win straight up in the trenches with power, which is a big problem given his 40 time, because it also means he's not quick enough to win with his speed. So if you can't win with power and you can't win with speed, it's tough. Gets driven out of the play if the tackle can get into his chest with punches. So he does a good job not exposing his chest, but if the opponent gets to his chest, he just kind of drives him out of the play. Long legs make it hard for him to change direction and move reactively, so don't look for him to be good in coverage. Don't look for him to be good in space, which is why I kind of feel like he's ultimately best off in a 4-3 defense. I will admit there might be a little bit of leeway there with a 4-eye roll, but don't put this guy in space too much. Doesn't play with enough leverage, needs to sink his hips and get low. So that's going to be key for him to understanding at the next level, because you don't need to be giving up stuff when you already have this many issues to work through. We'll have to refine his hand fighting game to make up for his deficiencies. Going to have to continue to get better with his hands. Going to have to continue to get better with his punches. Doesn't have the lower body bend you look for from a true edge rusher, so first step quickness, not really there. Lower body bend, not there. That's why may not be an edge rusher. If he is, he's probably a better fit for a 4-3 defense that lets him put his hand in the dirt. But I'm not sure. I think this guy needs to bulk up, get some serious muscle on his frame, and play inside full-time or close to full-time. I don't even know about a 5-tech role. But if it's anything, it's something like that. If it's an edge role, he's going to be a 5-tech. 4-eye, I think 3-tech is very likely as well. So that's my read here. I like the player. I don't know if there's room for him on this team because we're pretty loaded right there. But I think there's something here. All right. So that'll do it for this rookie deep dive. That'll do it for all the rookie deep dives this year, unless something surprising happens over the next couple of months. And I think we understand everything that we need to understand. So let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys either later today if something happens or tomorrow. And have a great day. Go Hawks. And have a good weekend.